The chase is over. Lucifer Nguyen was taken into custody last night in the North Metro. Nguyen is accused of pulling off a terrorizing crime spree that included killing a woman in Mendota Heights on Saturday.
Crazy story. We've all been following it. Melissa Colorado is here right now with the latest developments.
I think a lot of folks here in the Metro are relieved to hear this story. And Lucifer Nguyen, he is waking up in a Dakota County jail cell this morning, and his rap sheet is going to get even longer. Not only has Nguyen been charged with murder, but he faces burglary, robbery, and kidnapping charges. Now, authorities say Nguyen was pulled over when he was spotted driving on Highway 65 in Blaine. Our camera was rolling as a blue sedan was towed away from the scene. And authorities have not said how exactly they managed to find Nguyen and if the car he was in was stolen. But prosecutors, they did not wait for Nguyen to be captured to charge him on Monday with murder for the death of financial advisor Beverly Corey. Corey was found in her Mendota Heights office on Saturday morning with a gunshot wound to the head. Nguyen has a criminal record that includes convictions for misdemeanor theft. According to the Star Tribune, Nguyen was set to appear in a Wisconsin courtroom this month for felony battery and for drug charges, which includes allegedly possessing a pound of meth. And one thing investigators will likely ask him, why did he allegedly shoot and kill Beverly Corey? Investigators say they have not found a connection between the two. Kim?
Thank you, Melissa. The search for Nguyen started Saturday morning following an armed robbery at a home in Mendota Heights. Investigators say Nguyen fled the scene in a car and then ditched it in a swamp during a pursuit with police. Shortly after that, he entered a senior living community, briefly taking someone hostage there, according to authorities, before leaving and entering a nearby business complex. That is where police believe that Nguyen shot and killed 48-year-old Beverly Corey. Nguyen then reportedly drove Corey's car to the Washington County Fairgrounds, leaving it there during a flea market on Saturday. He was later spotted in the Stillwater area before his capture last night in the North Metro. Again, all allegations at this point, and we will be following that case as it continues. 10 years ago today, a tragedy in Minnesota that, if you were here, you'll never forget it. Everyone around the world saw it. The collapse of the I-35W bridge.
13 people died, 145 injured. The survivors heal from it in different ways. Ellery McCardle shows us how it helped one man find his true purpose in life.
It's hard to think that time has gone by so quickly.
10 years gone by since Ryan Watkins was in the middle of this, the 35W bridge collapse. He was on this school bus.
And so we're over the ground, and I'm still just like not understanding what's happening. And then the dirt and debris comes in through the window. So I'm just closing my eyes and just kind of waiting and kind of listening for the dust to settle. And I get up and I look out the back window and you see the bridge and the water and you still don't know, like, okay, what's going on? Like, is this an earthquake? And it honestly wasn't until, I'd say, maybe in real time, 30 seconds, but it feels like an eternity trying to understand and piece together what's really happening.
Then 13, he pieced those moments together vividly and told them to KARE 11 that day, his mother by his side.
It went down, it curved down. So the bus was like positioned like right here, right where it curved down.
Ryan is surprisingly calm throughout the interview. Watching it now,
so young.
He says he's not surprised at how calm he was.
I just knew everything was going to be okay.
A sense of peace Ryan says he's always had growing up in a Christian home. The bridge collapse reaffirmed his faith and led him to a life devoted to it. At Living Word Christian Center, where he works with youth ministry.
The bridge collapse helped me understand the power of life itself, and the fact that every day you don't know what's really coming in that day, so make the most out of it.
The bridge collapse had a huge effect on Ryan's life, but he says it did not define it.
And when you come face to face with death and see an opportunity to live, you come out on top, it's like, God, what do you have for me today? There's a reason why I'm alive, and I want to live that.
Now live in Minneapolis, Ryan tells me that he drives over this bridge all of the time, and every single time he feels so thankful that he is alive. He also has exciting things happening in his life. He was recently married, so Kim and Lauren, you can just tell he's in a really good place right now.
You know, I remember that interview so many years ago. It's gratifying to see him as a grown man now and to see the place where he is in his life. Thank you for bringing us that story.
Just incredible perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Our coverage of the 35W bridge collapse continues online and on air.
Right now, victims in their own words are sharing their stories. You can see that on KARE11.com. Also want to show you this new video from last week's deadly crash on I-94. A bystander recorded this video of a Good Samaritan and Minneapolis police officer pulling people out of a burning car, 2 of them. State Patrol says the driver lost control on the bridge going over 41st Street, the 41st Street Bridge, driving through the guardrail and then crashing down on the interstate below. The driver was 31-year-old Floyd Cunningham. He died. The cause of the crash remains under investigation.
There are rising tensions for the U.S. on 2 major fronts. The president talking about North Korea's launch of a long-range missile that could reach much of the U.S.
We'll handle North Korea. We're going to be able to handle it. It will be handled. We handle everything.
As for the other big foreign crisis, U.S. Embassy trucks turned away from an American recreation center outside Moscow yesterday. A day before, they were supposed to be packed and gone. Now, that's a major escalation as President Vladimir Putin orders sweeping cuts at the U.S. Embassy in Russia. Putin says he's retaliating after Congress voted almost unanimously to sanction Moscow. The U.S. also hit Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro with financial sanctions in response to a controversial election and a weekend filled with protests and violence. The U.S. called the Venezuelan election a sham. It will give Maduro's party virtually unlimited power. Maduro says he's not scared of President Trump and called the sanctions an act of desperation.
The White House panel examining the nation's opioid epidemic has told President Trump to declare a national public health emergency to combat the ongoing crisis. A new report from federal health officials finds nearly a third, 1 in 3 adults in the U.S. used a prescription opioid in 2015, and prescription opioid deaths more than quadrupled since the beginning of the century.
There are people at risk for not having full access to health care. So we think that's part of a clue here, is that better access to full pain treatments might do a good job in helping to reduce these serious problems.
Now, here's the stat that most surprised researchers. Nearly half of those who misuse those opioids are getting them from family and friends. Some potentially good news for the 170,000 Minnesotans who buy their health insurance on the individual market. Insurers say they plan to lower rates or in some cases at least slow them down dramatically in 2018. This turnaround is due in large part to action by the state legislature to create a backstop for insurance companies known as reinsurance. It helps cover the cost of the most critically ill customers. Projections are the first step. Those came out yesterday. The final rates will be set in October. Lauren?
The fine for failing to stop for a school bus is going up starting today. State law requires all vehicles to stop when a school bus has its red lights flashing, and its crossing arm fully extended. Starting today, the fine for a violation goes up from $300 to $500. Statewide survey earlier this year counted more than 700 stop arm violations in a single day. Can you believe it? Across the state. Another new law in effect today deals with teens who have after-school jobs. High school students, whether above age 18 or not, cannot work past 11 p.m. on a school night unless they have a written request from an employer. We have more of the list of new laws right now on KARE11.com.